So, in episode 127 of Confidence Coaching with Heidi Benjaminson, I talk with you about what confidence says, and then in some cases, what confidence doesn't say. And I want to add to that a little bit. Often we just need to know, like, how should I reply to many times where we have to say no, and we don't want to say no. We're worried about disappointing the other person. Maybe we're worried about what they're going to think about us. Often I want to do so many things. I want to be able to say yes to a lot of things. So I'm kind of sad that I need to say no. But we have to realize that it's really confident when we can say what we mean and we can say no. And so we often just need to know, what are those little replies? So I just had a situation in the last couple of weeks where I was asked to do something and I really wanted to do it. And I realized I had had a lot of dialogue with someone, and I realized I really need to be firm and say, I'm really sorry, I can't do this. So when we have to say no, it's important to know we need to be direct. We need to talk right to that person. In this case, it was over text, which was totally fine because the entire conversation had been over text. But I needed to come back and say, I've checked on this and I'm really not going to be able to do this. That is really confident. It is not confident when we just ghost people and when we don't reply in a situation that we need to. Now, guess what? Lots of people spam me, lots of people, and there are lots of situations where our relationship is such that I don't need to reply. But when we have a relationship with someone, it is important that we are direct and that we are kind and that we are prompt. In that one situation that I've had in the last couple of weeks, I had this thought. I was like, you know what? I didn't circle back to them yesterday. I need to do that today. And I need to do it. I don't want there to be any misunderstandings in that case. And often that reply just needs to be, I'm really sorry. I'm not going to be able to do this. I would like to do this. I'm not going to be able to. Now, it's also, confidence doesn't say a lot of things. That's the thing. Confidence is silent in a lot of situations. Confidence doesn't need the other person desperately to really understand why we're saying yes or why we're saying no. Our lane is to understand our calendar, our finances. We understand why we're saying yes and no. Confidence does not over explain to the other person. Okay. Over explaining is us desperately needing them to really validate our choices. Confidence understands. Now, often we are going to explain in some way, especially in relationships where we do care about the other person. I really would like to do this. I'm sorry, I've already committed to this one thing, and I'm really wish that I could come. I'm not going to be able to come. Um, Confidence, this is one example. Like, I've gone many places. One time I went to my church temple and I wanted to wear pants that day, and typically people don't wear pants. Confidence for me was not explaining why I was dressed a certain way. If you go somewhere and you are feeling really comfortable in what you're wearing, you're not going to over explain. You're not going to be justifying, because confidence understands, confidence shows up and is really comfortable in what you're wearing, in everything about you. I showed up half an hour late the other day to church because of because of what was going on. And I realized confidence is just showing up and being there. That is the silence of confidence, right? Now, if you're half an hour late to dinner with your friends, you're going to want to have a little explanation. That's a different situation. So confidence really understands, when do I need to explain? And when am I just really doing this because I'm worried about what that other person is thinking about me? But again, there are situations where we do want to explain. I'm so sorry. I've been dealing with my child who's been in the hospital for the last 3 weeks. That's why I didn't get back to you. Okay. That's very different. And then stopping it there and understanding, that's where I'm going to stand in my confidence. I'm going to show up and smile. That's going to be what I'm going to be wearing. That's what confidence wears. Confidence keeps its head high. Confidence is focused on other people, right? We show up wherever we are. We're not over explaining ourselves and desperately needing that person to validate us and how we feel. Confidence then is talking about the other person, is asking them questions, right? Oh, I'm great. Glad to see you're showing up at the same time I am if you're both late or whatever that is, right? But understand when we're confident, we're really wanting to then get to know the other people in the room. We're not focused on, oh no, what are people thinking about me? Okay. Make sure you're subscribed on YouTube to get all of these videos and you're subscribed to the podcast.